Welcome to Saturday is Wrong with your host, the ultimate video game. Not to intellect, your Casey is wrong. We talk about video games, pro wrestling and web. Whatever the fuck we want to talk about with this co-host AJ Raider, Tex, Joe, Compton, Michael, Devious Dave Rose, MK3 Kratos. And the Rose because it's Saturday is Raw. This means Raw. Saturday is wrong. If you want some, come get some punk because it's Saturday's wrong.
Primo, and I make a best of pizza. Just like how you have to knead the dough and put on the sauce and the cheese and the toppings. So Casey is going to go to the video game store. He's going to find the best retro titles like a Mario or a Contra, and he's going to put it on a pizza, put it in the oven for 600 degrees, take it out, and it's going to be a melted plastic, and you're going to take a bite. It's going to burn your mouth and tear up your esophagus, but you're going to love the way it tastes because it's going to be a pizza for your mind. Please enjoy. Casey is raw, and remember, I make the best pizza.
Gather around, it's Saturday night. With Casey's raw energy, we're ready for the fight. Agent Raiders and Tex rise to the call. MK3, Kratos and Joe, we're having a ball. From video games to wrestling, we cover it all. We're the kings of the screen under neon lights. Saturday Raw, igniting the night. With a crew so wild, we'll rise to the top. In the world of gaming, we'll never stop. In this chaos, we find our might. Michael's lost in the shadows, but we're alright. Discussing world news, no fear, no shame. With laughter and stories, fueling the game. Join the madness as we break down the walls. We're the kings of the screen under neon lights. Saturday Raw, igniting the night. With a crew so wild, we'll rise to the top. In the world of gaming, we'll never stop. Join the madness as we break down the walls.
What up, guys? My name is Casey's Raw. Welcome to my channel. Welcome Saturday is Raw. We got Kratos on the show tonight. What's up, Kratos?
Yo, blood and guts. They brought the blood indeed.
Oh yeah, Blood and Guts was crazy. Oh my god.
Did they bring the hepatitis?
Oh my god, that's fucked up.
I was waiting to use that one all week. Dude. I was waiting to use that all week.
You hope that none of those guys have anything like they can transfer by blood.
They
But
better hope
like
they don't contract HIV after this freaking match, dude. Holy
I'm
crap!
I'm the well, I assume that they probably don't have it because I'm sure they do blood test.
They,
But
I
like
mean, it'd be bad if someone got AIDS from a blood and guts match, but sheesh.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh my
NXT had a
god.
freaking herpes outbreak at one point.
But dude, it was crazy. That I mean,
Mhm.
Sky Blue was like bloody shoot
Sky
like
Blue
that.
was as bloody as Eddie Guerrero in '05 in that match with
Yeah,
JBL
I
when he
think some
ducked and he
people
bladed.
compared that. You know what? Actually, there's one point Cena looked like he did a way worse uh blood. He looked horrible because it
Mm-hmm.
was, and I think that was against JBL too. That was just
Yeah.
like I think that was
Wasn't it
backlash.
Great
Just
American Bash or something when he bladed like that deep the
it,
first time?
well, I remember I think it was backlash because it was Cena won the belt and then he
Mhm.
changed it to the spinner belt and JBL kept the undisputed belt because he didn't like
The
what the
spinner
belt, yeah, the spinner belt. So
belt.
he defended the old belt against the spinner belt, and at the end, both Cena had both versions, but he
Okay.
was like bloodied. But
Mhm.
uh, I mean, Sky Blue, she looked horrible. While also, I would say the next person right beside her is Kyle O'Reilly. Like
I'm
he,
just
dude,
saying, like for 3 matches for the show they put on this past Wednesday, for three
mm,
matches, both blood and guts match, decent,
I
decent.
thought I there's a lot of
Mercedes did
people.
not need to be in the women's one, but decent.
Well, people like I've been listening to like the podcasters like JD and Solid Monster and a couple other people. They were praising the women over the men. Even though I thought the women's Blood and Guts was good, I
Mhm.
thought the men's was better. But like I don't know, maybe people got like had enough from the first blood and guts match, and then you had the false count anywhere match between Hangman Adam Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs, and like
Well,
that should have been for the belt, by the way.
mhm. In the case of the women's blood and guts match, people were actually saying like based on their own rules of for blood and guts,
Mm,
that match should have ended as soon as like Anna Jay went outside of the ring per
yeah,
their own actual rules.
I was hearing something like that too. I think that was from
Did they just
like
I'm just like did they just disregard it for just Wednesday? They just flat out
oh
disregarded it?
I don't know. I mean, didn't they have been on top of the cage before though?
Yeah,
Like
the push of MJF pushing Jericho off the top of the cage if his team didn't surrender.
yeah, so I mean,
That's also
honestly,
falls into that category.
yeah,
They lost because they surrendered, but he was still
yeah.
shoved off the top of the cage.
There were some rumors, I guess, that whoever leaves the cage is disqualified or something like that. That's
Unless
what I was
it's a
hearing.
WWE thing, because I remember hearing that rule in WWE too
I
for
don't
the
know.
open
Oh,
cage war games.
we got a devious Dave Rose has just entered. What's up, my friend?
What's up?
Yeah, you sent a link and you said you were starting later, but then you decided to start early. I know you're trying to snatch me away from being on Ken's show, but
Oh,
We weren't trying to do
well,
that.
no, that was what Casey was doing.
No.
well, no, I looked to see if Ken was going to go live. I didn't see Ken posted anything.
Oh, he did.
Oh, well, my bad.
9:30
So,
is when he goes
Oh,
live.
9:30.
well, I assume you probably watch Blood and Guts.
I did not.
Because-
I have not a chance.
Are-
I have not have a chance to. I've been just really busy,
Really?
but I've
Really?
seen some highlights, and
Mhm.
it looked really good. And I'm not a fan. Said this to other people, but I'm not a fan of the two ring concept. Whether it be WCW, whether it be fucking NXT, whether it be AEW, I'm not a fan of two rings. In a steel cage, okay, makes it a little better. And I'm not the biggest fan of blood, colored matches.
Mhm.
Although some of them are amazing and mostly are with John Moxley.
Mm,
But there's a time and place for it, right? What I don't like is GCW fucking death matches where like you're using
Light tubes and glass panes.
that
Every
I don't
other
like
match.
at all because I'm looking at the risk to these people. And I mean you had shit, with I think it was David Arquette that he
oh
did
yeah.
a match
That
and
one death match he did that he almost sued the company over.
he almost died. He almost died.
Exactly.
So it's just like shit like that. I don't think should be allowed. But if it's done, because again, like tax, for example,
Mhm.
okay, they look bad, but it's just going into your skin,
Just a little bit.
of an inch, maybe
Yeah, thumbtacks are one thing.
quarter of an
Yeah.
inch. So it just like
Not-
doesn't really do much damage. It just looks bad rather than actually is bad. And even the spots that say Darby Allin has taken with glass pane pieces, he's done them as safely as you could.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm an AEW fucking mark and all that sort of shit, but
Mhm.
like you don't see this in WWE, obviously, but like there's certain
Mhm.
promotions that do it well and safely, knowing the risks, and those that don't.
Yep.
I'm
That is
shocked
true.
that
Very true.
they had that on TBS because you figure, like, yeah, I know it's TV 14, but going to that extreme, I mean,
No, that's TV
man,
14 for no, dude. Remember back in you probably don't, but back in the 80s, the early 80s, they didn't have PG ratings, and then they had to get them. But like you had movies. Oh man, what movies? Like there was a list of movies prior to this system that they used, which is like RoboCop, not RoboCop, sorry.
RoboCop.
Because
about
that
The
was
Crow?
originally X-rated. That was after but there was movies in the early 80s where it's just like, you'd have tits and shit. You'd have fucking, like Porkies or fucking meatballs and like that sort of
Mhm.
thing where there was really no rating on there that would warn parents, oh, well, like nudity and language and all that shit. That
Yep.
started after, and I can't remember, honestly, I can't remember what movie it was that started it, but after that, all movies were like highly rated and
oh yeah,
and even trailers, which I think is kind of cool, is you've got the green trailers and then you got the red
Mhm.
trailers. So I don't know if you ever seen that.
The red trailers, no.
Well, the red trailers are basically they've either shown late night or on cable or like places where kids can't see them, and
Mhm.
it gives you a bloody like the trailer for the movie that they show is like bloody, right? It doesn't hold
Mhm.
back, but it's reserved for those movies that are rated a certain way, and that all started back in the early 80s. But I remember, again, movies weren't rated.
What's up, Randy Viper?
What's up, dude? What's up, Randy?
I for the longest time, I remember movies mainly being rated. Maybe like in the
Same, but like they always had that little like a disclaimer that it's been formatted to fit the time they put it on the TV show for the scheduled programming that they had for it. That's what they always say every time. Like The Crow,
I-
over almost a 2-hour film, has that disclaimer anytime it's shown on any channel. The disclaimer being this film has been edited and formatted to fit the allotted time for this program, for this channel, or something like that.
well, for the longest time, I assume it's got to be like in the early '80s, maybe mid '80s when they probably started doing that. because I mean, for the longest time, I remember movies being rated. You know, I mean, like for
Yeah,
video games, that was
young.
completely for video games. It was completely different. It took until
Video
like
games, well, West in the 80s, I think, right?
it was in the 90s, and that was when the biggest things was obviously you had Mortal Kombat, you had Lethal
I think
Enforcers.
didn't Mortal Kombat start the wasn't the reason was the reason for an ESRB
It,
rating?
it was one of the
Originally?
reasons. It was
Okay.
that, it was Lethal Enforcers, and it was also Night Traps for
Ah,
Sega CD. And even though that
Casey played
is,
that quite often.
but you know, even you play that nowadays, that is so tame. You
It's
can
tame.
probably get
Yeah,
away.
absolutely, it is tame compared to other things. But
Oh yeah, it was like the only thing that was kind of controversial is when one of the villains would come out with this weapon that would wrap. It's like a rifle, but it has like a grappler around, like it.
like a grappling hook rifle?
No. It what it does is like it's supposed to grab someone by the neck, and I guess it was supposed to suck out blood from like a needle. But it was like that was the most controversial part right there. I think that was probably where the problem was because everything else is like super tamed. Like today it would probably be under PG how tame that thing is. Like, but you know, watching Blood and Guts, I thought it was amazing, but I was shocked how bloody. I mean, for TBS, how crazy it was. You figure
well,
this should have been on a pay per view.
yeah, that's what that's the thing though. Everyone says that all the time, but isn't that the best thing that Tony Khan is willing to give pay-per-view events on free TV or quotations free TV?
Yeah,
Like and yeah, like the bloody stuff as well. Like look, there was a time where you had the Attitude Era where you'd had some or the ruthless, also ruthless aggression where you'd have
I
spots like
would compare this to like a decent like Clash of the Champions card from the mid '90s with a War Games cage. That's what I would classify Blood and Guts as. Like
yeah,
Clash of the
War
Champions
Games cage, yeah,
style
but I
show.
still don't like the two rings. But again, like this was something that was more common back in the '90s and early 2000s than
yeah.
it is now. And when AEW does, it's like, oh my god, look at this! It's like, yeah, this is when shit was good. They're giving us what what we knew was good.
Mhm.
I was just shocked that they able to was TBS was willing to put that on there, but I was like,
Because TBS recognizes that PG-14 is not fucking talking in the ring for 45 minutes and then doing a botched spot like WWE. It's fucking okay. These kids are fucking smart enough. They've seen blood and shit. Let's give them the show that they're fucking tuning in for. 14
Yep.
years old again, like what we saw.
I mean, most 14-year-olds these days watch like old episodes of CSI and freaking Criminal Minds these days now.
again, 14 years old now, seen more shit probably than we did back at their age. So it's just like
Most 14-year-olds in my neighborhoods are already trying to get their first like hit on drugs and shooting up a freaking like
probably.
open like parking lot.
I mean, I would say this.
That's just
Like-
my neighborhood in a nutshell. That's what most
Yeah.
teenagers I've seen do. Apparently,
I mean, I seen some stuff when I was growing up, but that was because I had like HBO, so it was like I seen nudity as a kid, but like because I would sneak down here, or like it was the weekend and I would have HBO on one channel, and then someone's coming in from the hallway. It's like, oh, switch it to something else.
how about you just
But-
press the previous channel button and have that trick go along?
Oh, that's what I did.
okay. That's what I used
But-
to do as a kid too. If I
but,
had like the Adult Swim anime going on as a fourth
As a
grader,
back,
No, fourth grader. I was
Mhm.
like, I was
What-
like 10, 11. I was like 10 when I first saw my first Adult Swim show in like
Yeah, but
what's that
MTV
from,
in the
man?
90s was
Inuyasha
fucking
was my
amazing.
thing. Watching Inuyasha at 10 years old was like for me the coolest anime I've ever seen.
But I was going to bring this
Okay.
up. Like
Right.
we're talking about how TBS knows how to about use TV-14, but I mean when WCW was part of TNT and TBS, I mean the last couple years they were forced to be family friendly.
Because they had like the gang violence mentality with the NWO that they had to like cut back on at the time too.
Well,
That
honestly,
was
it's a
one of the reasons they wanted sponsorships were not appealed about the quote gang violence mentality of the NWO, which is why they had to cut back on all of it and be
well,
more
not only
family
that,
friendly.
not only that, I mean, the company's not even the same company back in 99, 98, 2000, or even 2001. It's not even that same company no more. I
Mhm.
mean, like all the people who made those decisions are probably long gone. Like
Yeah, like
even,
Jamie Kellner.
well, yeah, he's dead now, but
That's the point.
like, but as like, when did he leave? Like,
That's
I
a good
mean,
question.
but like it's a completely different company. Obviously now there's the rumors about well, I mean it's not really rumors, they're the
All but
cup
confirmed about Warner
the
Brothers.
yeah, about Warner Brothers being up for sale. And if not, if no one buys it, they're gonna split in half. So you're gonna
Oh,
have
someone's
the
gonna buy it. Someone's definitely gonna buy it. If it ain't Netflix, it's gonna be the Saudi investment fund
well if
because
it's gonna be
they're both throwing their names in the hat.
well, there's some of them that they some people wants both. Some people just wants like the streaming stuff, or some people wants
Mhm.
the TV channels. So
Yep.
like they could split it up, and like I'm shocked that they're doing that, but like they're like one of the bigger names out there, Warner Brothers Discovery. But
Yep.
obviously they're having a little of a debt problem. But
A bad debt problem. Very
But
bad.
that's what usually what happens when you keep merging with different companies, because you're not
Yep.
just merging with them and with their profits, you're merging with their debt too.
Yep.
So like you
It's kind
thinking,
of
oh,
like
we're
WWE buying out AAA. They probably had to settle all their debts before they had to buy
oh
them out.
yeah. Well, I mean, you've figured these companies who buys these or merge, they should have enough money to pay for all this. Like,
Mhm.
while WWE can straight up buy, not pay off their debts, like the AAA debts. I mean,
But you also have to remember, AAA. How many of those wrestlers are in the mid 30s, early 40s by this point? How many of them are actually like young, like Dominic Mysterio young?
oh, I mean, look at WWE. A lot of their main roster
A lot of the main
people who,
eventers are in their 40s. Yeah, I am
yeah.
aware.
So
Their
like,
big name main eventers are in their 40s, some in their 50s.
and there's some people that they just need to go ahead and officially retire. Like I mean, you'll have Randy Orton come in every once in a while, do a storyline, and then he'll leave for months
Yep.
on end. I
Yep.
mean, there's a couple of
I saw
times,
it.
yeah, he's injured, but then he'll take some major time off, and then you
I
have like,
saw it. I saw a story, a report of sorts. I don't know how credible it is, if at all, but someone claims that Charlotte and Alexa Bliss are set to leave WWE. I'm like, that's bullshit. I was like, that is complete bullshit. Then
you know,
again, when I saw it, it was a Facebook reel, so it probably has no merit anyway.
But sometimes some people would think, hey, like if you're stayed at the company so long, you already fought everyone and you already have enough money that it's not no longer about money. You're like, hey, I like to fight those people who's over there.
But
So it's like,
why would Alexa Bliss leave? Is my question. She's been with that company essentially 12, 13 years now.
well, that's what I would say. Maybe she has enough money, she'd be able to go
She
like to
has a
eight.
fucking kid. She could be she could be a full-time mother. I don't see her leaving. If she wanted to retire from wrestling tonight, I can see her being a full-time mother.
Oh, that's probably true.
Retired
Same
in
thing.
ring.
I'm sure a lot of them would, but like, I mean, there's a lot of people like I don't know. People are talking about how Jericho kind of took a shot at AEW.
Oh, he took more than a shot. He called TNA the second biggest company in America in
I
a interview.
I
Comparing
I listen.
comparing it Bound for Glory or something.
I listened to that interview. I didn't hear that part, but I couldn't. But I was at work listening to the interview, and he might have said that, but then they were talking about how Bound for Glory looked good, where it could have been like the second top wrestling company in the world, but like
In America, I think he
yeah,
said. Strictly
but that does.
America.
But I don't even think that is that bad because like, and I didn't like. It's not like he went like, well, AEW just sucks ass or something like that.
If he
He
would
didn't
have
even.
said that, he would have been fired yesterday.
Yeah, so I don't even think he mentioned the word AEW.
Despite being on payroll.
So I mean, I think he was just being giving props to TNA how they looked
Mhm.
with Bound for Glory.
I mean,
But
TNA just had one of their biggest draws since Prime AJ Styles signed to WWE and Joe Hendry.
yeah, so I think a lot of
And I
people.
mean that with my whole chest and neck. Joe Hendry was as over in TNA as Prime AJ Styles in 05-07 time.
Well, that's another thing where now that I guess it's been confirmed that Joe Hendry has signed with WWE. So, like,
Now
Now,
he gets to be a mid card and buried.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
I mean, he,
they brought back Zack Ryder for a potential one-off. Did he
no,
lose to LA Knight or did he
yeah, he
advance?
lost to LA Knight, but I
Then
think
why bring him back? Mystery
well, here,
opponent could have been someone else on their actual payroll roster.
actually, I think he signed. The reason why I think he signed is because WWE's selling Zack Ryder merch right now. And that's how I knew. Like WWE sent me an email about Zack Ryder's merch.
You get
Oh,
the shop emails. I don't. I just get
yeah.
ticket pre-sale emails.
So when I
Speaking of
saw
which,
that,
SmackDown's going to be in St. Louis April 3rd, 2 weeks before Mania.
huh?
Not going. Not going.
It's
I'm not
but
spending. I'm not going to spend $87 for a mezzanine seat near the ring.
by the light fixtures.
No,
Like,
mezzanine in the middle, close to the ring, but far from it. Still, $87.50 for one ticket.
I figure you'd be hanging by the rafters where you be by the light fixtures with that prices. It's like it's like, hey, you see that? You see that light fixture up there? If you can hang on to that, you can pay us $87 for that to watch our product live. But
I
like,
mean, SmackDown's been in the gutter for a couple of weeks now.
actually, I was hearing that they've been in the shitter for months.
Well,
So
when you have your U.S. champion be only your women's United States champion only have 4 champions, one of them being a 2-time champion now, in Chelsea
ooh,
Green, beat Julia in like what? 2 minutes?
Mm,
2
but
minutes
talk
by
about
by roll up by a leverage roll up. It's like why? Why even
now,
do it?
talk about championships. Dave, what are you thinking about all the like a lot of people like to say that WWE has a bunch of title belts, but I think AEW has way too much title belts, and especially now they're going to come out with the uh, AEW's national championship belt.
Yeah,
Despite
but you're trying to
what
you're trying to diffuse things or deflect things here, and both things are correct. Okay, so again, you with your bias try to be like, oh, look at all these belts that AEW has, totally ignoring on purpose because it's disingenuous and in bad faith that you speak. That WWE doesn't has a lot of titles, but AEW no, WWE has more of these stupid titles than AEW does.
No,
Now
the difference,
that doesn't exclude the fact that I don't agree. First of all, I didn't agree that they should have. I didn't agree with the Continental title. I didn't agree with unifying those three belts. I didn't agree now with the fucking international title being tied to Continental, so it's the unified title, and that's three belts. It's not two.
yeah,
I don't agree with this national title. Okay, I think the women's tag team title was necessary. There's again nobody.
I agree with that.
No one does women's wrestling better than AEW right now. Nobody. So the thing is, for them to
I
because
would say
they're
NXT's women's division.
look, the roster is so
very close
stacked with
second.
women that they might as well fucking have a tag team division. That's fucking perfect. You can get everyone featured.
Even from Ring of Honor.
And again, that you have that too. So that is a smart move but I don't agree with the national championship as much and as well as the other stuff that I mentioned, Casey. So you can't just fucking frame this like, oh, well, nobody's saying anything about AEW. Yeah, the biggest AEW mark is fucking calling out shit. So you though have to admit that it's WWE has more fucking worthless titles, more fucking worthless fights for those titles. So look, now your bias is coming out. I can admit my bias.
Worthless titles, Dave.
No, see the thing
Not wrong
is,
about the worthless part for WWE. They are making all these titles, and yet the replicas they sell for kids are almost as similar to the ones that they have on TV.
They are worthless because why do you need to water it down and say, oh, the Raw tag team titles or the SmackDown tag team titles, when there should be only one tag team title that
do agree with that.
Well, again, so Dave Rose is correct.
We're all in agreement there. Come on.
Well, here, see, the thing is, I feel like
as deep as that tag division is, come on. As deep as the tag division is for the men in WWE, you should have at least three feuds outside of the tag.
Kratos, I'm going to destroy your fucking your stance very shortly. Then explain the 24/7 and speed titles. Okay, AEW's never done.
I'm not disputing.
You know what?
Tag team division should be at least like 3 or 4 feuds deep. And if you have one tag title, there should be at least 3 or 4 feuds like AEW's doing, like with their entire tag division.
well,
that was where my comparison was coming from, Dave.
The 24/7 title's been defunct for a while. I think it's almost been a few years since.
I think they only made that title
because they introduced it in the first place. That's the point.
I agree. I think that was a worthless title, but
it doesn't matter. WWE introduced it, and it was legit. It was on the website.
Here's the problem with that, though. How many times has R-Truth held that title? Like 40, 50 times at this point? Throughout its entire history?
What does it matter?
Like 40 or 50 times?
Which one? No, which one you're talking about?
Title. The 24/7 title. How many times did R-Truth actually hold that title?
Oh, it was like 54 times, I think I heard.
That's about as bad as making Raven a 31-time hardcore champion in WWE.
At least a hardcore belt meant something. But no,
They
I
had the
mean,
24/7
okay,
rule though, just like the 24/7 title. Might as well just call
yeah.
the 24/7 title the new hardcore title without the freaking violence.
But no, okay. I'll I'm corrected a little bit. But the reason I think WWE does a little bit better is because, like, I mean, I feel like what AEW needs to do is that they need to keep one, no, like one mid card title on one show and one on the other show, like how you have WWE has the Intercontinental title for Raw, and then you have the United States title on SmackDown, and yes, you had the women's version.
And the
And
women's
That means
version
nothing to
sucked,
WWE because they always like, oh, fuck it, it's not going to be exclusive. It's going to go to the other brand as well, and that kills it. They used to hold it like that, but they don't do.
When you-
They haven't done that in a while.
When you have Charlotte Flair defending the NXT Women's title on Raw, SmackDown, and almost never on NXT, you got a problem. And I'm calling out their COVID title reigns right here, right now too. That title reign was horrendous with
I
Charlotte Flair
think
as women's champion of NXT when she was essentially wrestling in front of nobody.
Well, I think the worst ones though is like I mean, at least Dave admits about the whole mid card situation in AEW, where like they still recognize the international belt and the continental belt.
But you
Let's say
have
once
What are you talking about? Mid card, dude. Those are fucking high end belts.
But you have three different lineages that
Yeah.
you're only defending one though.
hold on, those belts were supposed to be like the intercontinental title and the United States title, like they're like the mid card belt.
The national title, but
No,
the first
no,
Mid-Atlantic
no.
What do you
championship.
mean?
No.
No.
Fuck it. I mean, no. Fucking, you had people like MJF, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland raising that title, like Pac raising that title to the level that it was always supposed to be, which is they'll at least the international title, that'll be defended on the indies and shit. Like,
I mean, Pac did
Okay.
exactly that. He defended the international title in freaking Rev Pro at one point.
Yep.
Back when it was called the Mid Atlantic title.
So you're saying it's post, like, I mean, WWE
All of
does
that.
that kind of so too, like where they'll defend their belts, but not like
no,
not in different companies unless it's TNA or
I mean, TNA has its own problems by having an NXT wrestler be their Knockouts champion. Let's get that out of the way. TNA has enough problems with having NXT wrestlers hold their titles for
well,
legacy.
I was just about to say that. Kratos has a TNT wrestler ever held a WWE title?
A TNA wrestler?
Yeah, TNA wrestler. Have they ever held a WWE title?
Outside of the
Har-
Hardys, no. Outside of the Hardys, no, because the Hardys are they may have been under TNA contract, but they were still part of WWE longer than they were with TNA.
Yeah. But other than that, like new talent, young talent.
no.
No,
Exactly.
No.
But who are we seeing take TNA titles? WWE wrestlers.
they can claim pushing the brand all they want. It's not helping. It's not helping. I'll flat out say it. Kalani Jordan as Knockouts champion. Is it going to help TNA? No. Is it going to help NXT? Hardly. All people know about Kalani Jordan is that she's fucking what's his fucking name? Carmelo Hayes. That's her fucking boyfriend. That's all people really know about Kalani Jordan is that she's fucking Carmelo Hayes at this point.
Was it Lloyd X? Probably. I mean,
No,
if he goes
Lloyd X,
live, maybe. I mean, probably. I know Dave said he's going to be on there later on. Like, I wasn't sure if he was going to do it tonight or so. But
He's
like,
got a video with the time for 9:30. I already said this.
well, yeah, you said. I know you said it now. I mean, you said it
I mean,
when you came
Carmelo.
on.
Yeah. Okay.
When you came on, yes, but I didn't know about it. But like,
You did.
but no, I'll be definitely down for it. Like, I'm not assuming we're gonna stay on too long tonight. But yeah, sure. I mean, I always love going on Ken's show. Especially there's a couple that I send a couple of these clips to Ken. I'm hoping he would play them. Uh,
Speaking of, did you guys hear about like the Did you guys hear about like AI essentially being used completely for all of Call of Duty Black Ops 7? Almost the entire game is AI generated.
it doesn't shock me because I mean, I believe I heard that a lot of the reasons why these people got laid off from these companies, from the video game companies, is because they'll be using AI. So it wouldn't shock me if that's true because I
It
mean,
is true. Everyone's been calling them out, and the game's only been out 3 days. The game has only been out like 2 or 3 days, and it's already being called out for AI generated nonsense.
I wouldn't be shocked about that though. I mean,
Other than that, let's get back to the blood and guts talk. Let's talk about the women's match. Sky Blue bled more than a walker in The Walking Dead fighting someone. Let's get that out.
yeah, she
And like I said at the top of my introduction, blood and guts brought the blood. But my follow-up question was, did they bring the hepatitis though? For anyone who missed it.
I tell you one thing. There's no way.
Would have made Abdullah the Butcher happy.
Oh yeah, I agree
No,
with
that
that.
blood in the women's match. He would have been orgasming more than freaking what? Darkside Phil on pre-stream. Yes, I went there.
Well, there's no way. I'm sure this will make Dave happy, but there's no way the WWE with War Games is going to do as better than Blood and Guts. There's no
No.
way.
No, it's
There's
not.
no
You're
way.
gonna see the same EO Sky spot of her jumping off the top of the cage with a trash can over half her body. There's nothing special about it anymore. It was special the first time. Now it's just stale.
I really liked the spot when there was Mark Briscoe and who was no, it was Willer Yuta that was on top of the cage. Like they were wrestling.
That was a good
up there.
match. I saw the spot from that.
And that
I
was
mean, that
good.
spot was
I really enjoyed that because that was cool. But like, nah, there's no way. Like, I'm sure someone probably get bloodied up on War Games, but it will be nowhere near what
It'll
Blood
be
and
nowhere
Guts
near the
did.
amount of excessive blood in these two matches. No,
No,
nowhere near. Because you have to
And I-
remember, they're gonna be on ESPN exclusively in the
Oh,
US.
yeah, true.
And I ain't
but
paying an extra $30 a month to watch WWE on ESPN. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I got enough streaming bills I pay a month.
Yeah.
but
I'll gladly watch a couple of my friends watch it together on somewhere else. I won't say.
I'll be watching it on Netflix through a VPN.
I got some international friends that are like in your neck of the woods, Dave, that will gladly show it to a small audience of me and a few others.
There you go.
Yep.
But yeah, do you guys even think any of the women maybe like one? Like obviously not like as many of the women got bloodied during Blood and Guts, but
Any of the women in War Games getting bloody? Hell no.
yeah, I think maybe
Hell,
one.
Little. Now that Blood and Guts went out, they got at least meet them, right?
No,
Not
I
a
think-
chance in hell, dude.
I think they're gonna
Not
be.
a chance.
Yeah, I don't.
No, well,
Because-
at least something that will make Michael Cole say, "Oh my God, look at all that blood!" and it's like a paper cut. But they're gonna do something.
Unless we get a Sky Blues moment in War Games with the women, we're not going to see the amount of blood she bled for that match alone.
Well, granted, a lot of times how people does that, obviously they cut along the hairline,
Mhm.
and then the blood mixed with their sweat, but they also take an aspirin that would thin out the blood, so it would help them bleed more.
Well,
So,
unfortunately, Maven tried to do a blood spot, but he's allergic to aspirin. Reggie.
but I don't think there's a chance in hell that WWE will do any better in War Games than Blood and Guts. But at least I was happy it was.
Again, you have to remember they're on ESPN. How
I mean,
how is it going to look for ESPN to have the two main marquee matches, the War Games matches of Survivor Series, are basically bloodied up people?
that's a
It's going to
good
look good
point.
for the aesthetic for the audience, but from a sponsorship standpoint, it's going to look bad for them
I think that's a great point. That is a good point.
because they're on
Like,
ESPN only.
if it was on like the WWE Network
That would have
or
been one thing. Yes.
yeah,
You have to remember ESPN. They have quite a few streamers, but you also have to remember they're partnered with freaking Disney. A lot of kids will be turned off by that amount of blood that are diehard WWE fan kids, stands. They're gonna be turned off by that amount of blood, and the parents gonna send them to bed early for the night.
uh,
Tell me if I'm wrong.
I just think the whole no, I don't think you're wrong. I just don't think they'll have a chance in hell. And honestly, I don't know what other matches. I know there could be coming up in maybe a couple weeks, maybe a week from tonight. But like the only two matches I know is the men's and women's war game. And obviously,
Mm-hmm.
matches will probably be between 45 minutes to an hour.
With entrances,
That's
of course.
probably
With
they'll
entrances.
probably yeah with entrances. Well, actually, not really. Maybe the first two people for both matches, but after that they run in.
I mean, they're still gonna do the entrances before they get into the cage, is what I mean.
Yeah, but they just
Their
run in.
entrance music is gonna hit the PA system.
But I hadn't heard like of a third or fourth match just yet. So
I haven't heard anything outside of those two matches. I mean, Blood and Guts had only 3 matches for their whole show, and they did fucking damn good.
oh
For
yeah,
a 3-match card for 2.5 hours, that was good.
like I know next week is a 3-hour show, and talking about that, I guess it's official that SmackDown's going back to 3 hours too. So that's not. You
Fuck
think
me
2 hours?
Fuck
You
me
think 2 hours?
sideways in a folded chair. Jesus Christ.
I miss the days where SmackDown was 1 hour.
I miss it when it was an hour and a half.
I wasn't it always 2 hours? Like I think
At
the
one
only
point, it was
time-
1 hour, yes.
Hold on, when was it 1 hour? Maybe the pilot show?
No. 2010s?
No, that was still 2. I think
No, wait, those
Throughout-
were still 2-hour episodes, yeah.
I think the only show that
They
was
were just
maybe
taped. They were just taped it ahead of time. They weren't live. A lot of those
maybe
episodes weren't taped.
maybe the
taped.
pilot was an hour, but I'm sure that was 2 hours as well. I
Hmm.
think, but I mean, people are saying, "Oh, when cut the third hour is going to make SmackDown better." Obviously, the third hour didn't mean shit because it.
There should never,
I mean-
there should not be 3-hour shows for wrestling on TV. There should not. On TV, there should
Exactly.
not. Pay-per-view, maybe. TV, no. Okay. And Raw
Pay-per-view should
going
be at
beyond
least
2 hours
2.5
to
to 3
3
hours.
no.
Pay-per-view should be at least 2.5 to 3 hours. At the least 2.5.
I'm happy with 4
TV,
hours
no.
and a pre-show, but 4 hours. And please, Tony, don't give us 5.5 hour fucking like we're winning too much, Tony. AEW is just too good. You're like, fuck it, let's give them 5.5 hours. These people have to go to work in a half an hour anyway. It doesn't matter. Like, that's what's fucking so awesome about AEW, you stupid fuck Casey. That they fucking put on the best pay-per-views. Nobody has been putting on the pay-per-views of their level since they fucking started. Nobody.
Yeah, true.
Stanza is right about this. Raw
Yeah,
used
they
to
used
be
to
an
be about an
hour.
hour long with commercials in like before the Attitude Era even happened. Nitro
Yeah.
was at 1.1 hour.
Oh,
Nitro
yeah.
was 1 hour. Then later in the years, it got to 3.
No, it went to 2, and then it went
No,
to
it went
3.
to 2 like before the hostile takeover, but at one point it was 3.
Oh, yeah. 3 lasted for a while, for a few years.
Up until it ended, yeah.
Can't.
Well, I mean, it was a year before they shut down that they cut the third hour off, but it was still good because during that time you would have 1 hour of WCW by itself, then you had 1 hour it was Nitro versus Raw, and then you had the last hour would be Raw by itself. So like during that time frame, back in the Monday Night War, like the really good part of it, it was cool to have the 3 hour nitros because you would have the full 1 hour by itself, and then you would
I'm
start.
going
It
for a
would,
smoke, but I'm going to keep listening on my phone. So don't say anything naughty about me, Casey. I'll be listening.
but I really like the 1 hour start of Nitro, and then you go into the 2 hours going between each other. So I do like that. That was the only time I thought the 3 hours worked but because I mean it was like a kickoff for the war. But I mean honestly, when Nitro's gone and it was Raw, and then when I think it was 2010 is when they made it 3 hours. Like at that time, it really made no sense because I mean, the only reason it was makes sense to have 3 hours because how much talent they had, but it it shouldn't be all the time. It should be like half and half. Maybe you have half the year would be 2 hours, and half of the time would be 3 hours. Maybe
Yep.
like every other week is like 3 hours,
And then you have to worry about like some wrestling, like in WWE's case, having 2-night events.
Mhm.
It's like
Lloyd,
I understand getting
yeah.
people on the whole show. People getting on the whole show is getting everyone on the whole show is not going to cater to everyone. Still, it's going to make them feel unimportant by the end of the night, even more unimportant, I should say.
Lloyd X says WWE on ESPN is so stupid. I mean, for WWE, it's not. For WWE, and it's not because obviously they're making money from that.
I
It,
mean, you have
it's
you
more.
had a editor. You had someone grade WrestlePalooza a C.
Oh, it was
WrestlePalooza
horrible,
was graded a C. The
and it
best match
deserved
was the
it.
women's world title match. And get JBL's on a podcast saying he should have lied and gave it an A. It's like, fuck you, JBL.
But I
You.
mean, like I said, on WWE's end, it's not stupid, but on our end, the fans' end, it's horrible because that's
Exactly.
another streaming thing we had to pay to watch the WWE product instead of it just being on one thing like it used to be on the WWE network or on Peacock. Now, like if you
Mhm.
want to watch some of the old programs, you can have to watch on Peacock or I.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, there's some good stuff on the WWE YouTube channel, but
The
now,
WWE alt channels actually uploaded like the Montreal Screwjob match
mm,
in its entirety on its 28th anniversary on November 9th as a live feed. That's a
Ice
live
Mouth.
video. They uploaded that.
Ice Mouth says nobody's subscribing to ESPN. Oh, me,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
Oh, I am. I ain't either because it's $40 to
40. When did it jump up 10
no,
bucks? When did it jump 10
no,
bucks?
no. My bad. I saw the Max talking about pay-per-view, about the AEW
Ah,
pay-per-view. I'm $30. My bad. That was my fault.
okay, cool.
$30. But even though it's cheaper, just getting a VPN and just watch it on Netflix.
Hmm.
What sucks is just, I mean, I can see why ESPN is doing it, and I see why WWE signed to do that with them. But what sucks, the content is so spread out. It used to be just all under one umbrella. Now they're like, well, we'll give you this piece of pie over there. You give us $1 billion, so you for the next 5-10 years you can get promote our do our pay-per-views. Over here, Peacock will have all our old content. You can give us like for 5 years for that, and then wherever we have, we'll throw it on YouTube, and they'll get money from their AdSense. But like,
Costanza, I think Dave Rose would actually lynch you for even sending him such a horrendous gift in his eyes as a Christmas present. I think he would try to lynch you for that. That's just me. I think he
send
would try to lynch you for that.
send Dave some steak sauce for Christmas. Oh
I think he
yeah,
would almost be ready to
yeah,
kill you.
yeah. I think he would not be happy. He and then I'm sure Dave would say, "Oh, I don't need steak sauce either." He he's very Dave is very proud about his food for sure.
I
So
don't blame him. He cooks pretty damn good.
no, I agree. Like I seen some of the pictures they
Hmm.
post, and like a lot of them, like yeah, I wouldn't mind if he would cook for me.
I'm back, and I
Like,
have a lot to say about steak sauce.
Nope. Oh shit. Oh shit. Here we go. Here we
First of
go.
all, that's
Get
worse
ready
than
for the
cold
pearl
to get
clutching.
that for Christmas. Getting steak sauce. I mean, what's the bigger way of telling somebody you hate them than giving them steak sauce? And more importantly, remember who we're talking to. Okay, at least Casey knows how to cook to a certain extent. Costanza, millennial Walmart American, which he continually denies, was the one said when I posted photos, and then Kratos already knows that I fucking cook well, but like I posted photos of ribs, pork ribs, and he's like, "I'll take mine medium rare." It's like, hey, dude, did your parents fail so badly they never taught you to fully cook your pork? Like, what are you trying to get? Fucking parasites and shit? Like, this guy's an embarrassment. He should walk through life with his head down, being so ashamed
oh,
at how incompetent he is when it comes to cooking. Pathetic. And again, like he doesn't even know how to cook steak proper, and he'll use his deep fryer, or sorry, his air fryer. And look what I cooked, or look at the pizza that I made, which was like DiGiorno, and I popped it in the oven and stuff. And it's just like, that's not. I mean, I make my own fucking pizzas, like handmade and shit. This guy's
oh,
trying to come around saying like, "Oh, look at me, I can cook." No, you can't, dude. You can't.
well, granted, it probably would taste good in the air fryer. Probably would taste better.
Yeah, that's a
But
lazy man's way of doing it. Plus, because it's made of plastics, those chemicals are actually being absorbed by the food, and therefore you're consuming them. So good on you there, Casey. Becoming more of a plastic
In
blob
some
like fucking
cases,
bullfrog.
some cases, some of those like box frozen pizzas are shrink wrapped into plastic too.
That's true
oh
too.
yeah,
That's very true. So there's a lot of plastics going around, but meanwhile, if you just fucking either make your own dough, or you buy some pre-made dough, and you roll that shit yourself, and then you add your ingredients however you want, you can make a better pizza than delivery. So
oh, and what about
Look up
like
Steve
if
Allen.
what about if he got cooked a Papa Murphy's pizza, because that's like a in between a frozen pizza and fresh pizza because
No, there's no such thing as in between. Either it's fresh
There
or it's
isn't.
not.
And
Well, I mean-
I know a good pizzeria that always makes their shit fresh, and it's a mom and pop pizzeria. That's
Again, Casey, are
pretty
you going to
good.
try to compare a frozen pizza to something like a Kratos just said? You know,
Oh,
I know
definitely
you can't
not.
make your own pizza, but like you've been to places that make fresh pizza. You know,
Yeah.
there's a
Oh.
fucking difference.
Oh yeah,
mean,
no,
let's-
I
let's
agree.
just- I'll
I
put it
mean-
out. I'll put it out there. The pizzeria I frequent at on occasion for special occasions, they make their pizza a lot better than most pizza chains in St. Louis, and they're a mom and pop pizzeria.
And,
But have
and
you?
Costanza says, "Oh, I can still cook better than the lazy chef, the lazy man chef guy." I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but no, you can't. You clearly can't. I've already just laid out why you can't. So
I
stop
think
playing.
that might. I think that's got to be me. Like how? I mean,
He might be referring to you, Casey.
yeah.
I've never heard Casey saying that that he wants to eat ribs medium rare. Okay,
Oh God, why? Who eats that?
that's
Who
Costanza.
eats ribs
Doesn't
medium rare? You
know-
might as
doesn't
well
know
be
how to-
asking for dog
That
paws.
that just goes to show he doesn't know how to cook. You can say all you want, but if you don't know how to cook ribs properly and you're saying you want the medium rare, it means like I would never trust you with food ever. So no matter I could make a glass of water. I doubt it. It would probably go up in flames. Like I cannot
Like I
trust this
said
guy when
just
it
a
comes
few
to food.
seconds ago, Dave Rose. Like I said just a few seconds ago, if you want your ribs medium rare, you might as well just get doggy paws from the nearest Chinese restaurant and call that ribs.
I don't know. You know what? Some Chinese
Ooh,
restaurants take more care
God.
of cooking their food than fucking Costanza, apparently.
I'm watching AEW Collision, and they got
Fuck, I should be
Was-
watching that. Fucking shit. Forgot about that.
they got the Johnny Nitro's wife up there with the MX.
Taya Valkyrie's on the
Taya
show?
Valkyrie.
Yeah,
When the hell? Where has she been?
She's been doing
Oh,
shows.
she's been to AEW.
Yeah, I
But,
know
like-
that, but I thought she was already signed to them by this point.
She is
She's had a
signed.
couple of appearances.
She is
She's done
signed with
a lot with
AEW.
ROH.
That makes
Dude,
sense.
she almost looks like she's having a camel toe situation right now.
No, Christ.
Dude, I would. Dude,
Many
I would,
times over. She's got big
Mhm.
titties too. So Casey loves
I
her.
would. I would.
My question is, are they natural compared to half?
No,
the
they're
women in
not.
wrestling
And
these days?
she doesn't care. So, and neither does
I-
Johnny Nitro. So,
I don't care
I-
either. I would take her as it is because
I mean,
I would-
Sky Blue's natural. As far as I know.
I
Sky Blue's natural, as far as I know.
believe so. Yes, Sky Blue, that little petite body of hers.
Mm-hmm.
oh
That
my,
badonkadonk
Taya
that she calls an
Taya
ass
Me-
too.
Taya Mello's coming out. So she's
Yeah, she's good too.
Ty Mello, she can still look good even after her kid. I'll
Yeah,
say
no,
it. She
certainly.
still looks good even after her kid with Sammy.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, dude. Now, the one thing that people don't realize, Bailey's all natural in WWE. All natural.
That doesn't shock
She's
me.
ugly. She's got a man face and fucking her bubble butt's disgusting.
I
And she's got
mean,
small
I,
titties.
I said it
Oh.
best. Her massive tanks, her milk tanks could end world hunger. I said that in someone's chat. Her milk tanks could end world hunger if she so wanted.
Oh shoot. I'll be right
Because
back.
them tanks would make JR envy to start shouting puppies again. Seriously. She may have a little butter face, but my God,
No,
She
I don't
could
like.
end
I don't
world
like any
hunger.
of her.
with oh my God.
No. Gonna have to pass.
You don't think so?
No, I've already been laying it out. No. Disgusting. Gross.
Costanza says that Jericho said TNA TNA is bigger than AEW, and he's done with AEW.
No, that's just he's taking
No,
that out
no,
of
no, no.
context.
He was
He's taking
referring
that-
to Bound for Glory. He's never
Yep.
said they were bigger than AEW.
Exactly.
He's referring to Bound for Glory, acting like making TNA act like they're the second biggest promotion in America. He never once said that TNA is bigger than AEW.
There you go. Liar.
And there's,
Pants on fire, Costanza.
Never once.
trying to remember who I was listening to, but it's like it's nowhere near it because I mean at least AEW gets paid for their TV slot.
Yep.
TNA doesn't.
TNA is partnered with WWE. Let's get that straight. They're partnered with WWE. And how many times has TNA been mentioned on an ESPN article of all things before this partnership? Almost
Probably-
never.
Well, that makes
Almost
sense.
never.
It makes sense because why would they promote TNA? I mean, ESPN every once in a while will talk about WWE or even AEW, but like, yeah, TNA has been doing better since like.
The partnership.
Well,
They
yeah,
just took two of the biggest names. They just
I
took
think
two
they
of
were
the
doing
biggest
better
names at the end
even.
of a year.
I think they were doing better ever since even before the partnership, where when they rebranded the company from Impact to back to TNA. I think that was the turning point.
Mm-hmm. But they took
But-
two of the biggest names they had from this partnership in Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry. Now, mind you, Jordan Grace
Yeah.
has put her foot in her mouth every so often on social media by saying like her words about Chris Benoit.
What?
Who remembers that tweet where she had to backtrack the whole tweet that she mentioned?
I didn't know about that.
She said a few choice words about Benoit, and it prompted the entire wrestling community to jump on her ass about it.
Oh, it's funny you said that because I actually want to bring this up because so recently, obviously, I've been doing a bunch of these AI clips that I'm sure Dave would say that I'm getting out of hand with now.
I
Oh, I said
mean,
that from
the
the
Martin
get-go.
Luther King ones are actually
Yeah,
like
good.
the Martin Luther King and WWE ones are actually not they're not they're actually being like blocked from using Martin Luther King as users are being blocked from using MLK and anything AI related because of the circulation of him being a heel in WWE AI videos.
Well, look at this one. So, this one was the Chris Benoit is getting inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. They didn't like what I did because as he was getting the plaque, he falls into hell.
Oh,
So I got this comment from this dude says, "Wow, what a disgusting clip! It's absolutely despicable to make a clip about a dead person just for cheap ass clicks worth what 39 cents. This is the kind of trash YouTube should permanently ban." Well,
I agree.
I
agree.
Well, hold on. One,
No,
I'm making fun of a murderer. Like, so I can't make
He's not a
fun
murderer.
of a
that's false. It was.
I mean,
It's a
he's a-
conspiracy.
he's a child and wife murderer.
That's a lie.
No, it's the truth. There's
It's a
and
lie.
like, and another thing, he's like 39 cents. And by the way, I never got a paycheck from YouTube, so it's not even worth 39 cents for that. So, like, I think me getting that comment, I think that was insane that someone defended Chris Benoit so
I'll
much.
defend him too because he's innocent. And you're wrong.
Well,
are you
there's-
basing this off of that clip you shared on the channel like a couple months
No.
ago, Dave? Where
Yeah.
the guy supposedly said he knew something about the Benoit tragedy?
Indeed.
Okay.
And then I got
trying to make sure that there's context in what you're. Make sure that context is at least known.
let me see if I can bring this up. So
You make a good egg wrap, Costanza says. He says, I make a good egg wrap. Okay.
does that right there because he was getting inducted.
I said it was a mistake, he says. No, it's not a mistake. You didn't know. Look at him trying to fucking cover his ass. I said it was a mistake.
I think
No,
he's
your
referring
parents,
to,
your
like,
parents raised a
Jack
failure.
Chef.
That's what happened.
Like Jack Chef, I think he's referring to.
Oh, hold on. Did I not even show that clip?
You're on the video
There we
comments.
go. There we go.
Make a good
So-
egg wrap. Fucking Tommy and C can make eggs. Okay, it's not a big accomplishment to make an egg wrap.
Right there, that person got
Okay.
hurt because of that. See, I can understand, like, at least the one I made of where it was lost footage of Chris Benoit admitting to the murders before obviously what he did. Like, I can understand why, like, other people said that was disgusting. It was like, okay, I understand because
Because he's
That-
innocent. That's why.
but
What the hell was that?
there's some people find it was real footage. It's like, how did you find it? It was like it's fake.
What the hell?
They literally find it was real because I mean AI generated the date on the side of the footage.
Oh my
And they,
God,
and they couldn't read it, huh?
No,
Sounds
no,
like
You are so fucking gullible, dude.
Yep.
well, no,
What?
no.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
a lot of times,
yes, they're gullible.
oh yeah, well, I would say yeah,
Hold
they
on.
are a little.
Hold on, what? They're gullible.
No, yeah, I would agree. There's some are gullible, but
Some?
like,
They're gullible.
The whole comment section should be checked for freaking mental health issues.
oh,
If they believe that to be true.
Or if you want to eat your ribs medium raw. So
No, it's if you want to eat anything like especially ribs, medium rare, tell them to make sure to add extra parasites to it at least.
yes,
as
extra
well.
lots
Oh
of
my-
parasites.
Tell them to
Yeah,
add extra parasites to the meat. Jesus.
oh my god, that's fucked up.
at least Casey knows not to do that. But this kid, fucking pathetic.
Whenever I make,
I can make an egg
whenever I
wrap.
get a steak, it's either medium or medium well. That's it. Medium or medium well at the best. Never well done.
Here, let me.
Or rare or medium rare. I get medium well at the best. Medium
There it
if I
is.
want like a tough steak.
This is the lost footage of Chris Benoit.
Oh dear.
I can't take it back. Nancy, Daniel, I hurt the two people that love me the most. This is on me. All of it. I'm so sorry. I know what I've done. I can't take it back. Nancy, Daniel,
What the fuck?
people that love me the most. This is on me. All of it.
And yet
I'm so
people
sorry.
believe this. How'd you get this, Casey?
Believe
You have
that.
a special
I wa-
connection with the Winnipeg police?
That's right. Well, no, actually, it was in Georgia when the so I had to get.
Yeah, but in
into-
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Okay,
Atlanta. But like, yeah, I went to the police and stole the footage. But I can see
No,
why.
you didn't have to. You've got a special connection there. You got Detective so and so, and it's like, can you get me the footage? And he's like, no problem, Casey. It'll be in a manila envelope by your door at the end of the day.
And it was still a VHS tape, you know.
Exactly. So Casey had to convert it just so that people could see it. That's why it's got the date on the side there. It's a VHS recording.
See, what's funny is that I put in Sora, I put in it's like I want the lost footage of Chris Benoit admitting to his crimes, and I didn't put in where he says murder or anything about Nancy or Daniel, and it already knew to add that, and I didn't say put the date in. It decided to put the date in there. So I was like, wow. So yeah, there were some bad ones that some people got really offended. Some people got offended with a bunch of those George Carlin clips I posted. They got
Why?
that that one was literally the most downvoted I ever got because the and so I what I did is I edited out the Cronin spots and just left me, Devious Dave Rose, and Mel Yellow spots in there.
Oh Lord.
So yeah, they were getting offended about that. Like, I mean, well, one, George Carlin was very. I don't. Do you even think Carlin could even do his bit nowadays? I mean, I think he died in the. Oh, gosh, before the 2010s, didn't he? I think he died in the early 2000s. I could be wrong about that. That's why he was in uh the third Bill and Ted movie.
Well,
But
Yeet is I won't say it yet. Last part. He says Benoit's Bowflex should be on WWE's Most Wanted Treasures.
oh my god.
That's funny. That is funny. Someone find that Bowflex and just give it to WWE. Someone find that damn Bowflex right now.
uh,
Someone
I,
look for it.
you know,
Gotta be somewhere in an evidence room.
imagine the people who, like, the realtor who had to sell that house was like, hey, why is this house being so cheap? It's like,
There's also
they
a
would
house
have,
where Chris Benoit killed his wife, son, and himself. Yep, we're
yeah,
good. Yep, we're good. Goodbye.
it's like, I'm sure that, like, I wonder if these people even knew what happened in that house before they even bought it, or they, like, I'm sure they had to tell them what's up about it. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, a famous wrestler killed himself, his wife and son in this house.
Well, you have to
Like,
be honest if you want to sell the freaking house. You can't lie about its history. Can't lie about the history of the house if you want to sell
I,
it.
I still buy it. I don't think it'd bother me. It's like I'll be like, all right, I would have to go in the basement. It's like, where is the exact spot where he hung himself?
Oh my god!
like,
I'd go
it's
into
not
the
gonna.
basement and say, "Where's his Bowflex at?
Yeah,
I want to put it on I want to put it on the channel I know about."
I want. God, imagine the person who got that. It's like, hey,
Bowflex?
you like the. I mean, people keep calling it Bowflex. That I'm guarantee you it wasn't actually Bowflex, but I believe it was like the
It was some type of machine. It was some
yeah,
type
it
of
was
like weight
it
machine.
was I think it was the one that you pull the bar down that has the
Yeah,
weight.
Bowflex had that. Bowflex had that. They had a bunch of gadgets. You had a bunch of gadgets that
No, Bowflex had those bars that go like this.
yeah, they also
Like
had a
yeah,
bunch of other like attachments you could get with it as well for an additional
but
cost.
well, they were saying
This
these were
guy also
actual.
says Benoit should have been dog sitting Dukas that day. Oh my lord.
Oh, that's fucked up. But no, it was set of weights because they said he set weights heavy enough that it would, hold him up.
Yeah,
So
Bowflex can do that. You have like those
yeah,
bars of weight in the middle of the machine.
but I don't think it was an actual Bowflex. But I think the reason people like to say it because it sounds funnier than just he hung himself from his weight machine.
Well, the most common weight machine brand what at the time was Bowflex. That's the most common name brand one. That's why.
But imagine them selling that, like, when obviously they're gonna sell off the stuff that's inside. Like,
Mhm.
hey, I mean, do you think the cops they got rid of it, like used it as evidence, or they're
I
like,
guarantee you it's in an evidence room in Atlanta somewhere.
do you think
And
so,
they're trying to hide it to the best of their abilities.
or do you think someone actually owns the equipment that Benoit killed himself with?
That would be even funnier if they did.
It's
That would
like,
be even funnier. Because then they have to realize, hey, it's like I'm hanging Benoit while I'm weightlifting.
I'm just wondering where that equipment is right now. That would be interesting.
Oh
Like,
no. Okay. Okay. Yeet. Simmer down a bit. Simmer down a bit. Simmer down a bit with that last comment.
must
Simmer down
must
just a
be.
little.
Hey, hold on, I'm not that big. Where like,
Simmer down a bit. Simmer down a bit, dude. Calm
well,
yourself.
he isn't wrong with this part where Casey is not an expert of on workout equipment. That is definitely for sure. But no, but I thought that was like, yeah, I was getting a lot of hate for some of these things, mainly the George Carlin clips and the whole
Mhm.
Chris Benoit clips.
Mhm.
But like, I was just, I want to have like longer AI footage, but
Uh-oh.
I was just thinking of anything that would sound funny to make. But there's certain things you can't do, like you can't do anything sexual, really.
You can't use
Or
Martin Luther King anymore.
you can't use like anything really graphic. But as and there's some things like they would sometimes they'll have like clips of like Undertaker, but they won't call him Undertaker. They'll call him the Crypt Keeper or something like that. But it looks identical to Undertaker. But
Mhm.
they're trying to get around the copyright or the likeness of
Yeah.
people because they're just like,
Oh no, dude. Dude,
Then why
come
is it
on now.
possible that YR can make videos of Joe Cronin and Bullfrog French kiss?
Oh my God, ye calm down right now. Look at it. Look at this dude's last comment. Eddie Guerrero inducted Benoit into hell.
oh, that's
Calm
fucked up.
down, dude.
They're both innocent.
Eddie Guerrero, I mean,
Eddie
honestly, I
Guerrero
don't.
died in it because of heart disease. He never committed murder or was accused of committing murder ever. He died of heart disease.
No,
Well,
well,
punching his friend.
Benoit was not only accused of murder, he is a murderer.
No, he's not.
There's,
You're wrong.
yes,
No, you're
there,
wrong.
but no,
In the
I
public,
think sometimes I
stance,
think
in most of the public eye, everyone sees Benoit as a murderer. No one will truly ever know if he's innocent or not, despite that
I do.
video footage of that interview being out there. No one will ever truly look into that
Well, they
interview.
thought the same thing about 9/11, and look where we are now. So
oh,
I mean, they think the public eye thought that what? What's his face? Jimmy Superfly Snuka never killed his girlfriend for Nancy Sargentino. But people thought that for years until the book came out about her.
oh, well, no,
And then that
actually,
public eye, that
they were
public
they
opinion
were
flipped real
they
quick.
were they were working on that book when the people in Pennsylvania, I think it was actually in Allentown or somewhere
Yeah.
around
It was in a
Allentown,
hotel in
Pennsylvania.
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
No, I'm talking about there was a news reporter. It was right around that area around Allentown that started to bring up about the 30 years of the death of Nancy. And
Mm-hmm.
that's how that whole thing got started again.
It was
Like,
a book. Yeah, it was based. It was a book that was based around the cold case, and even the autopsy report said it should have been labeled a murder investigation. No one gave a fuck then.
no, that wasn't the thing. I think the people like
I think.
it.
And
I think
All the
it's
trauma that she had on done to her body, that man killed her.
Oh,
and
definitely.
he died during the trial. He died during the trial more than likely because he was already old as hell. Two, more than likely, the shame now passes to his daughter, who has not been on TV for 2 years.
Okay. She's not even that good though either.
I
So
mean, it has
Never
to
was.
still on WWE payroll. She hasn't been on TV for 2 years.
hey, you know what? Hey, if like some people are complaining about how where she's been on their payroll for that long, I'm like, hey, you know what?
She's
If
getting
I'm
paid to
able,
sit on her ass.
would
Get her
you? I
out.
mean,
She's
I
not
wouldn't
producing. She's
mind
not
to do
providing
that.
anything for the company. She's not wrestling on dark matches, lack thereof. She's not wrestling on main event. Her last main event appearance was in 2023. Her last pay-per-view appearance was the Rumble in 2023.
Speaking of
Well,
talented,
Where is she?
speaking of untalented Samoans, what about Rock's niece?
Which one?
The one
Nia?
that's running NXT.
Oh, you
Zeta
mean
Steel?
no? That is his daughter. Is
Whatever.
the and it,
Ava?
She sucks.
Which one? Ava?
yeah.
She's better.
Hey,
She's a
Jeff.
better GM than anything. I mean, when you have like how many ACL tears in her? She has like how many ACL tears at this point now?
Mm-mm.
She
I mean,
didn't she say before she signed with as a wrestler she was recovering from her third ACL tear?
I
It's
don't
like
know about that.
she had an ACL tear during training in the performance center, and she had to recover for almost a year for that. And then she doesn't have her first match until she's in the Schism faction. It's like,
Well, and you
why
know,
are you here?
well,
Other than being
not
the Rock's daughter, why are you here, you nepo baby?
well. I mean, obviously, I mean, The Rock is on the board of directors, so like, there's definitely nepotism right there.
That's why I
I
said
think
nepo baby.
so. I think that's why, but I think she's doing okay in the GM role. But like, I
Maybe
don't see her.
she's doing some of her best work, and it doesn't even have to involve her being a wrestler in the ring, which is sad.
Eh, I think she's just fine as that. I don't see her moving anywhere much further than that.
Nick
Like
Aldis could be wrestling, and he's in incredible
that's a
shape.
shame right there. That is a
Nick
shame.
Aldis
Nick,
should be on the main roster as a wrestler, not a GM manager, not a
I
GM.
agree with that. I would love to see Nick Aldis fighting. And the same thing with Adam Pearce, but there's obviously a reason why both of them aren't wrestling. I mean, I'm sure they're probably like injured, like, or they're not able to be cleared.
You
I'm
know, it's
sure there's
actually
a
kind of
reason.
messed up. Y'all remember when Ava was like taken by a faction on NXT? That episode of NXT where she was thrown into the back of a van by a faction when she was in the
No,
Schism?
no.
People were actually blowing up The Rock's Twitter thinking she was actually kidnapped. Like, what the fuck are you
Oh, you get
dumb? What the fuck are
as
people being dum-dums for? They're tweeting at the actual Rock saying, hey, someone took your daughter on NXT TV. I'm like, dude, it's a storyline. It's a
if people
storyline.
actually think that is true, that like back then, like at least when the NWO was attacking the wrestlers in backstage, like the whole thing where they lawn darted Rey Mysterio into the trailer. That was one thing because they didn't really had that going on like that. That was more believable. Nowadays,
People called the cops to WCW that night thinking there was an actual
yeah, a
in this
huge
case, they're
brawl.
tweeting a man who's more than likely filming a movie at the time and is just minding his own business, and they're worried about his daughter potentially being kayfabe kidnapped by
Yeah,
an opposing faction.
you
This
get
ain't
stupid
the
people.
nation of domination in China, people. Get over it. It's not like
But
that faction is gonna be like nation of domination to hurt China at this point. Come on.
China, dude.
You ain't
Well,
gonna
that
hear
was
Big Joseph apologize on live programming saying we don't condone these actions. It's like, why would you to begin with?
Charity.
Oh my God.
Mustafa
Mustafa
Hakim,
says,
calm your ass down.
what is
Calm
how
down.
much jizz is on that heavyweight championship belt? Which
Calm
one?
down, dude.
Which one you're talking
Calm
about?
yourself. I think he's
Which one?
referring to the belt, the world title belts behind you. It's like,
And
let's
you
tone
were
it
you
down
just
a bit.
making fun of AEW and all their belts, and you're like, which belt are you talking about? No, I think WWE has too many belts. If you're trying to figure out which belt's being talked about,
Yeah, I agree. Yeet. She should be in the Hall of Fame, the AVN Hall of Fame. She should be. God
The
damn
hell's
it.
AVN?
Adult Film Network Hall of Fame.
No,
She
no.
walked into that one. Look at
meanwhile,
look.
Casey inside
He's
saying,
referring
"Yes,
to her
please
porn
be
career, dude.
true."
Come on.
No, she does not need to be in the
Yes, I'm a
corner.
horny fuck. I want to see her naked. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying inside, Casey.
Mustafa Hakim, let's just simmer down a bit now. Let's simmer down right now.
Well,
Yeah,
You have to
Casey.
remember
hold
this.
on. Hold on. That could be true. He could be. Uh, you both could be naked right now,
Fuck
and
you.
we would never. I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, like,
If I
don't-
were butt naked right now, maybe my girl would have been awake a lot sooner because she'd love to see that. She'd love to see that image.
but I don't think that's a real shot. It's like because I mean, it's true. I mean, like there's sometimes where people would say, "Hey, Casey, like I'll be wearing shorts, but you would see my knee showing, and there's like, are you wearing any pants?" Like, no, but I didn't say I wasn't wearing any shorts because I was wearing shorts. So,
Yeet, you're telling me my girl would jump out a window
oh,
if she saw
yeah.
me naked? You're out of your damn mind. You're out of your mind.
Yeah, you probably want to be a little.
That's actually pretty fucked up. That's very fucked up to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry, I had to, dude.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Let's not tack.
You went a bit too far with that one, dude. You went way too far with
You're
that.
not. You're not banned. I just timed you out, but
That's going a bit too far, though.
But
you're timed out. How long? 2 hours?
I just timed them out. I'm like, how long it is.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I was watching this. There's an ad on right now. They're showing Tide, but there's this little kid's t-shirt, but it looks like there's blood handprints on this t-shirt. Like, did this adult just killed their child?
Oh my god. It's more than likely paint, possibly.
Well, I'm sure it's like mud or something, but like it's handprints, like bloody handprints on it.
Mm-hmm.
But oh, they're showing some good food on there. Oh yeah.
Just so you know, Yeet, I am engaged, by the way. So that comment was a bit like out of like pocket in the worst way. And my girl's been through enough. And I know her well enough. She'd be over the moon if I was butt naked on this fucking channel on this stream right now. She'd be over the moon watching those particular moments over and over.
Well, we're getting close
to
we're getting close to the Christmas season. Obviously, we're in November, but Home Depot just showed about Christmas trees and stuff. And by the way, I know they said, yeah, but like, hold on. I'm sure they sell fake Christmas trees, but they're acting like they're selling real real Christmas trees in front of the Home Depot. I don't even think they do that, do they?
Christmas trees real pine Christmas trees, I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt that too. But they were acting like that's what they do. Like I'm sure they sell fake ones. I mean, most companies does. Like when, oh my god, I
Dude,
hated.
dude, Hakeem, calm down a bit. Calm down a bit. I feel uncomfortable reading that one, dude. Calm yourself. I feel
Oh.
uncomfortable right now, dude. What? What? That's
What?
a bit concerning.
Well, it looks like Ken will probably be live pretty soon. Let's see where.
We could end
I-
the show right here with that comment. Because Ken goes live, what, 9 minutes or something?
Yeah, he looks
Go
like
right
he's going to be starting in 9 minutes. So
Yeah.
I'll probably like to venture over there myself.
Mhm.
So it was fun having both Kratos and Dave on tonight's show.
Uh-oh.
I-
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. If this topic is good, it's gonna be very good. I'm reading the part of the thumbnail for Ken's stream. Trump calls for investigation into Democrats named in Epstein emails.
Oh shit!
Good. It's gonna be good tonight.
You know what's crazy? I was watching a bunch of George Carlin videos and actual stand-ups, and he's apparently he was a huge Democrat. So I'm wondering.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how he would be today's.
Climate of politics. He probably
Yeah.
possibly.
I don't know. I mean, probably, but the way
Damn,
he's
you're late
talking,
to the freaking party. Stay
Yeah.
live, you bum. You're late. You're an hour and a half late.
actually, what's funny, I was playing Fortnite like at 10 o'clock this morning because,
Yeah, you were live when I was working, so
and I was like, I woke up about 6-ish because I was having a monster ass headache, and
feeling better.
I went to, and I got some Dunkin' Donuts, so I was like,
Dunkin' Donuts, secure a headache. Amazing combination.
no, I mean, I got Dunkin' Donuts and headache relief meds too.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so I always like if I'm up early in the morning, I like to have breakfast.
Hmm.
But so like that's the reason I was up earlier. Then I fell right back to sleep after I ate,
Yep.
and then when I woke up again, it was like 10-ish. I was like, you know what? I hadn't played Fortnite in a while, so I played for about an hour until I got frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
I got the last run. I got in second place. So, but yeah, I usually start at 8 o'clock Central. Bam, but I went to start earlier because there no reason why waiting. But you guys are crazy in the chat today for sure.
Hey, Alex Windsor's on right now. On
Yeah, I see that
Yeah.
Riho.
holy crap, she's been found. She's no longer on a milk carton.
But I do appreciate you guys coming on tonight. Maybe I'll definitely probably venture over the Ken's show tonight. If not, I'll probably play some games. But 6 at Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow morning, boys. You guys are
Hakeem, you really need to calm down with that. You
crazy.
really need to calm down with that. Gay
All right,
sex
so
at Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow. Yeah, no, no,
usually I'll get McDonald's
no. Thank you
for breakfast,
No.
but let's go ahead and call it a night. So I'll talk to you guys another time, and I'll probably see Dave in a few minutes over at Ken's show.
Yep.
So
I may see
I'll-
you for LTS, but I'll be in Ken's chat.
Oh, are we doing LTS tomorrow?
I'm not sure. We're supposed to be though, as far as I know.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'll talk to you guys later, and you guys have a good
Okay,
night.
okay, Hakeem, calm. Okay, Hakeem, you need to calm down before you get timed out now.
Well, we're out
You're
anyway,
coming.
so we'll see you guys later.
Yep.